Welcome to Rob and Tony's Cinematic Adventure. I'm Rob Wilson.
And I am Tony DeQuano.
So, Tony, let's continue the theme from last week as we get into our holiday season and do a movie about a holiday. Not so much a like Christmas or Thanksgiving or that kind of holiday, but a holiday like a vacation holiday.
As in the British use of
the British use of the word holiday. And what better...
Or the English...
Yeah, the proper use of the word holiday.
Yes.
And what holiday location is better for us Americans who have not seen the world than the tropical islands of Hawaii?
You know, I've never been to Hawaii.
I have been to Hawaii, and it's beautiful there. It is. I went to Hawaii 25 years ago, and it's been a while, but it was a lot of fun. But that movie is the Jason Segel, Kristen Bell, sort of... Mila Kunis sort of romantic comedy type of movie that's told from the male's perspective.
Yes, it's one of those other kind of male perspective kind of romantic type comedies that we've done before with like Wedding Crashers.
Yeah, with Wedding Crashers, and also last week with Annie Hall.
Last week's Annie Hall.
But let's talk about Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Let's talk about Forgetting Sarah Marshall. And no one actually ends up forgetting Sarah Marshall in this movie.
No one ends up forgetting Sarah Marshall. In fact, Sarah Marshall is referenced throughout the movie and appears throughout the movie.
Throughout the movie.
So
she's in probably, a majority of the movie. Yeah. I mean, once again, it's like Annie Hall, like I shouldn't say the love interest because we'll get to that, but
the ex-love interest.
Yes, is the titular character of the movie.
Yeah.
But it comes from the man's perspective of what happens.
Yes.
This one's not the first person narration that we have in Annie Hall.
No, it is not. But it was written by its star, Jason Segel.
It was written by this, and there's aspects of this that he took from his own life that he put into the script.
Yes, there's one part right at the beginning of the movie that I'm sure we'll talk about in a few minutes. That came straight from his life.
Mm-hmm.
So.
There's also no fourth wall breaking in this movie.
No, there's not. There's not. Although I think if anybody in this movie was going to break the fourth wall, it would have to be Kunu.
Yeah, Kunu would break the fourth wall. Yes. He would do it in a very, sly, subtle way of doing it, right?
Yeah.
It would be there.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is even like Annie Hall. Now, Jason Segel did not direct this. Nicholas Stoller did. But yeah, he did write it. So the lead is also the writer of the movie, like Annie Hall, right? So, you kind of have, it's just like Annie Hall is very much was a Woody Allen brand of comedy. Forgetting Sarah Marshall is very much a Jason Segel brand of comedy.
Yes, it is.
And by kind of, extension, Judd Apatow, right?
Yeah, I mean, the two of them worked together for years. And so
years.
There's, it would be hard to believe that some of Judd Apatow didn't rub off on Jason Segel.
Yes. And, and then, one of the other collaborators, Paul Rudd, is in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
So, and, just, also you get, beyond just kind of the type of humor, the reliance on improv as being a big feature of it is in there. But also there's a certain, it's kind of a poignant type of movie also, right? It's not, there's some pathos and, even watch like Apatow's movies, like, 40-Year-Old Virgin, Knocked Up, they're kind of these like sex type comedies, but there's real like human emotion going on in these movies.
There is. Yes.
Which is, it's not quite the I guess dramedy that say Zach Braff's Garden State was. That was kind of the same time period. But like, Scrubs is kind of in that type of mold as a TV show.
Mm-hmm.
A Jason Segel TV show is in that mold as How I Met Your Mother.
Yes.
Right? Which is a comedy, but especially the first 2 or 3 seasons. It had a lot of like weight to the episodes.
Yeah, they did.
It's not this like kind of like strict sitcom. And there's aspects of this within Forgetting Sarah Marshall too.
Yeah, and it's really well done also.
It's very well done.
It's a good blend of, comedy and seriousness. And it mixes together nicely, and
there's a deft touch within both the writing and the acting to pull it off, and they do it well.
Yeah, this movie's always been. I've always really enjoyed this movie.
Yeah, I've always. I mean, I are both it's like definite fans of this movie, and it's funny. Like, it came out like after The Apartment, right? You already had moved back to
and
Kansas.
We saw it in the theater when I came back to visit.
That's right. Because that's I was thinking about that. It's like I actually remember seeing this in the theater with you.
Yes,
even though it would have been after you moved back.
Yeah,
because
I was back for some reason to visit.
Right, exactly. And I can't remember why, but you were here.
Yeah.
It was ended up being it was perfect because there's certain lines in this movie that you and I quote to each other frequently. And I had that memory of experiencing that line for the first time with you at the theater.
Yeah. Yeah. And I remember after we saw it, I went and picked up the soundtrack, and we're listening to that the rest of the trip. And
we did.
Yeah. It's got some great music in it. This movie has some great music.
It's a great blend of just of original tracks and finding other tracks, original compositions as well, and then some other just funny stuff. And some of it's even some covers. Like there's I guess we'll get to it. We'll bring it up at the end. And there's some unofficial stuff that's like in the movie that's not on the soundtrack.
Yeah.
Like 311 is in the movie, but it's not on the soundtrack.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought up the soundtrack because it's again, like I feel like some of the Judd Apatow stuff, and we mentioned Scrubs and How I Met Your Mother and Garden State, and music was a very integral part to those those TV shows or those movies.
Yes, it was.
And I wouldn't quite say maybe it is integral in some ways to this. I mean, it's there in Forgetting Sarah Marshall, and it's kind of hard to ignore. Like it's kind of it's almost a subtle contribution, but really boost it outside a couple of the original compositions, which are obviously more prominently featured, which we'll get to them.
Yeah. Some of those are great too.
Yes. Well, I mean, that's the thing. Like, right. I mean, the one in particular, like, I remember we were just cracking up in the theater.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
And it's brilliantly performed by Jason Segel.
Yeah.
He was such a good actor.
Yeah. Yeah.
But as just, in terms of the dramatic chops, but then just being a funny guy also.
Yeah. Yeah, Jason Segel is definitely extremely underrated in the acting department.
It was like, that's what he's been doing Shrinking lately. I was trying to think of like the last movie he might have been on.
Yeah.
He really definitely took a kind of a step back from movies for a while. And even TV series. I'm looking at this like,
he was in
after 2014. He had a few movies, but wasn't really doing a whole lot.
He did How I Met Your Mother for 9 years, so that took up a lot of his time. But But he was still doing movies while that show was on.
Yes. But yeah, he's always been a favorite. It's kind of funny. I've been watching him for so long now that he's like such a veteran. It's kind of funny to think about that. He seemed so new at one point.
Yeah.
But he's such a veteran now. And then there's Kristen Bell, Mila Kunis, Russell Brand. They kind of round out our main four, characters in this movie.
Yeah.
And I love how they, Kristen Bell, they really play off her persona at the time from Veronica Mars.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we'll kind of get into there's some spoofy aspects of this movie of that current climate that we'll get into as we get into the actual plot of the show.
The one part when they make fun of the movie that she made.
Yes. Yes.
We'll get into it now, but
that's a very much Rob and Tony conversation that happens.
Yep. Yes, it is.
So. I am excited. Next year she's going to be in Violent Night 2.
Oh.
As Mrs. Claus.
Nice.
I was quite the fan of the first Violent Night movie.
See, I still have not seen Violent Night. It's been on my list of stuff to check out, but I have not seen it yet.
I would recommend it. And then there's Mila Kunis, who, outside of this, I can always just connect with both 70s Show and Family Guy.
Mm-hmm. Yep. She was also in the first Ted movie.
Yes, she was. Which would make sense.
And this was sort of Russell Brand's introduction to the world, wasn't it?
It really was, in terms of kind of a broad introduction. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, they basically have him playing himself.
Yeah. Yeah, they do.
And he's funny in that show.
Yeah.
So the whole other cast, like you said, cast of characters is great. We mentioned Paul Rudd.
Yeah, we got Bill Hader in here also.
Having Bill Hader,
Jack McBrayer. He's always fun to see.
Jack McBrayer with Maria Thayer,
mm-hmm.
right?
Jonah Hill.
Mentioned another Judd Apatow. Yeah. Jonah Hill.
Another Judd Apatow alum.
My favorite. My favorite is someone actually technically plays himself playing somebody else. William Baldwin.
Yeah. Yes.
Dixicle.
Can you say Dixicle? Yeah.
Yeah, Bill Hader is prominent in this. Branscombe Richmond, Tia Tooley, Devon McDonald, I think he mentioned.
Even Jason Bateman has a small cameo in it.
Yes, he is another one that plays himself playing somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
That's really in the credits, right? Yeah, that's what we'll get to.
Then we can't neglect to mention June Diane Raphael has a small role in this movie, who is one of the hosts of a podcast that we've mentioned a few times on this one, the How Did This Get Made podcast.
That's right. We also have Billy Bush in this movie.
Yes,
playing himself.
Yes.
And that's early on, so we'll get to that pretty soon.
Yep. Good old Access Hollywood, Billy Bush.
It's also very, again, featuring kind of that type of thing is a very Judd Apatow time. It inspired it. It feels like.
Yeah, just one of the. I mean, we'll get into all of this when we talk about the movie, But it's just with Jason Segel writing it. I mean, a lot of people when they write movies, they'll do it completely separate from their own lives. But he actually put several aspects of his own life in this.
Oh, movie. Yes, he does. It's interesting how it's the plot itself is very linear, but then like surrounding it, he throws in a lot of different things at you.
Mm-hmm.
That he's and again, it's all kind of integrated nicely. Most of it doesn't seem super random. It just seems like it perfectly fits within the universe of this story.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's well done. I mean, again, that's I guess, like you said, a nod to the acting, the direction, the writing.
But, the scene that we're going to get to at the beginning actually happened to him. And then also the musical that he's the rock opera that he's writing.
Yes.
That's something that he's always wanted to do also, like in real
life.
Yeah,
I mean, he's always been, talented musically. So and you could tell that, again, it lends an authenticity to the story that helps get you fully invested in what's happening.
Yep.
And it's funny, like, I mean, we were saying, like, yeah, we watched this together, and
I lost count there. I mean, the number of times we watched this together.
We watched this a lot, and it's been over 10 years since I've seen this. I think. Mm-hmm. I was so happy to watch it again.
Yeah,
there was certain lines that I kind of forgot, and like I was watching this like at 11 o'clock at night, and I'm like belly laughing, and I'm not meaning to, because it's 11 o'clock at night. And I got my family trying not to wake them up.
Mm-hmm.
There was one in particular that caught me off guard. I guess there's two. There were two that really got me. And yeah, I really enjoyed revisiting this because it's been a while, and it's really good.
Yep.
And it takes place in Hawaii. We've talked about this before. Like, so many movies take place in Los Angeles or New York, maybe Chicago, or where the script kind of demands.
Well, I mean, this one does partially take place in LA, but the vast majority of the movie takes place in Hawaii.
It does. Yes, it's bookended in Los Angeles, right? And so it's like, and then like the other place where it might take place is Hawaii, because it's all right, it's beautiful and people are at the islands. And we actually haven't done a movie yet that takes place in Hawaii. We've done movies that have been filmed in Hawaii.
Yep.
Like Jurassic Park.
Yep. But yeah, we haven't done anything that take place in Hawaii. We haven't done Magnum P.I. the movie.
We have not done Magnum P.I. the movie.
Is there a Magnum P.I. the movie? I'm sure there was like a TV movie or something made.
There probably was, yeah. Tom Selleck, his stash, his oily chest hair.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
His Detroit Tigers hat.
His Hawaiian shirts. And the Ferrari. I haven't seen Magnum P.I. in decades.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Magnum P.I. I think since the 80s.
I never really watched a lot of Magnum P.I. because it was in the 80s.
I never really watched a lot of it either, but I did see an episode here and there.
I watched the Murder, She Wrote crossover.
Ah. And even
Lansbury,
even Magnum P.I. she fooled him.
She murders somebody, frames him, but then gets him off the hook to blame it on somebody else.
Yeah. Even Magnum P.I.
Genius.
Was fooled.
Genius.
Because she did it. She murdered all those people.
There was 200 some episodes, and some episodes 2 people died.
Mm-hmm.
She murdered at least 400 people
in a town of like 500 people.
Yes, no, it was weird, and that's why she had to eventually go off to these bigger cities, because I think a few people were starting to ask questions.
But hey, every week she had a new book coming out, so.
Anyway, back to Forgetting Sarah Marshall. Yeah, and in some ways, I think it's maybe not in some ways, but it blends nicely to also with this other Judd Apatow, whether it be 40-Year-Old Virgin, Knocked Up, I Love You Man, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was going to mention that one earlier.
There's a nice little set of movies there at that time period, and then he had kind of had the other again kind of romantic movies or bro movies that were of that time period. Old School, Wedding Crashers, Hangover, which we've talked about some of these. Road Trip was kind of one of the first. Yeah, there's not as many of those today, and Judd Apatow hasn't really done as much lately. But yeah, this probably stands as one of my favorites of those. It's so funny. It's so heartfelt.
It just all works so well together. All the aspects of this movie they blend so well. The acting, the writing, directing, the music, it's everything. Just something was going right during the making of this movie.
Yes, absolutely. And I remember too, like it's one of those first ones that really utilize like viral type of campaigning really well. Right? It had a website. I hate Sarah Marshall.
Yeah.
Right? And they had great billboards. Yeah, no, it really kind of utilized the web and the burgeoning social media with Facebook and MySpace. Really push it out there.
And I love the poster. I love the poster for this movie.
Yes,
it's Jason Segel standing there, all sad looking, holding a giant heart that's broken in half and like pieced together. And yeah, I have that poster. So yeah, back one of the later times when I was visiting out there, when Steve and David were running the movie theater, when they were running the Tally Ho.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
when we went there that one night to watch movies, he pulled out some of the older posters that they had in there, that were hanging up at the theater before, and they took them down after the movies stopped their run, and was looking through there, and he let me take one. I took the one for Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
That was a good choice.
I thought so.
Wise choice.
So yeah, I've got one of the original Forgetting Sarah Marshall posters from a movie theater.
Yeah, you have a theater poster.
I have a theater poster.
Yes.
From that.
Anyway, it's great movie, good memories of it, and I was have to revisit, and I'm eager to talk about it.
Me too.
I've been enjoying talking about it so far.
Yeah, me too. So, think we should get into it?
I think we should.
Let's do it. So, as always, spoiler alert, we are going to be talking about this movie beginning, middle, and end. So, if you have not seen it and you don't want to be spoiled, then pause the podcast, watch the movie, come back and listen. If you have seen it or you just don't mind being spoiled, then keep on listening. But you have been warned, we are going to be spoiling this movie and all of the funny and sad bits in it. And some bits are not as small as others.
Some are not. No.
Which we'll get to in a minute.
Yeah, no, it does not take long to get. But before we get to that, though, we start with cake.
Yes, we start with cake. Not the food, not the delicious dessert, but the band.
The band. And I'm all for any movie that begins with a delicious dessert or with the band.
Yeah.
Both work.
Yes, they do. Now, what would be even better is if cake was playing while they were eating cake. They were eating the delicious dessert while listening to the music. That would just be, I don't know, that might be too awesome.
That yeah, that might be too awesome, but I wouldn't put it past John McCrae to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the dude plays a vibra slap.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it begins with the band Cake. I want to love you madly.
Yeah, the song
right?
"Love You Madly,"
Man.
Great song.
It is a great song. I mean, it's Cake.
Yes.
And we're in an apartment. Like we said, we start this movie in Los Angeles. And we are introduced to Peter Bretter.
Played by Jason Segel.
And he's
he just got out of the shower. He's brushing his teeth. He's getting ready for the day.
He's got a shower, and he's getting ready for his day. He's looking at himself in the mirror, right? He takes his hand and wipes it down and look at himself because it's fogged up, and he moves his little man boobs, and yeah, he starts getting ready for the day. He gets himself a bowl of cereal,
a giant bowl of cereal. So he gets one of those big cooking bowls.
Cereal.
He's one of those big mixing bowls, and he fills it with Fruit Loops.
Mixing bowls, exactly.
And then he takes that into the living room and sits on the couch and turns on the TV, and it's Access Hollywood and Billy Bush.
With Billy Bush.
And he's talking about
one and only.
He's talking about scene of the crime, and its star Sarah Marshall, played by Kristen Bell. Now, scene of the crime is obviously a CSI ripoff. It's obviously the movie version of CSI.
They play off this later because someone asks, wait, crime scene of the crime or crime scene insert city here?
Yeah.
Crime scene
of the crime,
Boise.
Yeah, so this I thought was a brilliant way to introduce the characters.
Yes, I agree.
So we got Peter Bretter. He's sitting there watching TV. You got Billy Bush on Access Hollywood talking about Sarah Marshall, and basically talking about because she's huge at this point in time.
Right. Yeah,
she's the star of a hit TV show. So he goes into a little bit of her history, and all this. So we get a good feel of who this character is.
And within this, they tell us that her co-star is
Billy Baldwin.
William Baldwin. Billy Baldwin. And they show little clips, and again, it's like,
yeah,
he always has some one-liner. Fun.
Yep.
When they're at the morgue looking at the body.
Yep. So, Billy Baldwin doesn't show up anywhere except for in clips of the show.
Yes. No. Yeah. It's only clips of the show.
But yeah, so
which I think is a brilliant call.
Yes, I do too. But then after he's done talking about Sarah Marshall, he starts talking about the new British pop hit singer, Aldous Snow.
Before he gets to that, they talk just briefly at the end about how Sarah Marshall's composer boyfriend.
Yes, that's right.
Peter Bretter.
Yes, Sarah Marshall's composer boyfriend.
We
Peter
see
Bretter.
him eating, and he's happy to see her on screen, and then you see him just kind of in the background, just holding a purse or doing whatever.
Well, that's later. That's later, though.
That is later. But they have just a few pictures of the two of them, but there's not a lot. But he composes the music for crime scene of the crime.
Yes, Billy Bush is he's not as famous as she is. He's not as recognizable, but he's there.
But they met together, apparently, I guess, working on crime scene because
scene of crime.
He makes the music.
Yeah,
scene of the crime.
It's like Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman. You can't say Dr. Quinn without saying Medicine Woman right after it.
It's like,
or Walker, Texas Ranger.
Walker, Texas Ranger. Oscar winner, Monique.
Yes. Academy Award winner, Monique. The Oscar is just a nickname.
That's right. Right. And, but yeah, Billy Bush just kind of ends that little Access Hollywood clip. It's like, we'll see where their future goes from here. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And then they go into the latest pop sensation.
Yeah. From across the pond.
From across the pond.
Snow, played by Russell Brand.
He's performing his hit single, "We Gotta Do Something."
Yeah, we gotta do something.
What are they gonna do? I love the
made out to be
double entendre here, right?
Yes. It's made out to be some like Live Aid type song, right?
Yes.
But
before Mother Earth gets any more hurt,
gotta do something. But there's so much double entendre going on in the song.
And I love how the beat. So they showed the music video, and it just snowballs where he just starts assaulting.
Yeah, he just starts making out with random people
in the video.
Yeah. And then at the end of it, Billy Bush is like, I really hope somebody does do something. So,
yeah, it's so. But hold on to Out of Snow because he's important here.
Yes, very, very important.
So, but Access Hollywood ends, and Peter gets a phone call,
and it's Sarah,
and
she's on her way over, and he's like, "Oh,"
and he realizes the apartment's a mess.
Yes,
that he hasn't actually been doing anything, and so he kind of goes into quick cleanup mode.
He goes in cleanup mode, and then he takes another shower. Well, she already took one that morning, but I guess he wanted to be extra clean, or maybe the apartment was so filthy that it got him dirty again.
It could. I mean, it could have. That's very possible.
So he's cleaning up the apartment. He gets in the shower and he's toweling off and.
Yep, he's toweling off and he's got it wrapped around.
He's got it wrapped around his waist like he normally would. He walks out and Sarah is standing in his living room.
Yep. She's
just waiting for him.
And she looks, when we see her, she looks like she might have, but he's just excited to see her. It hasn't hit him yet.
She looks like she has some bad news for him. But
what her body language is showing.
Yeah. But he's just excited to see her, and so he decides to surprise her.
Hey, Sarah,
like,
I got a surprise for you.
And he opens up the towel, and you just hear the well, he's like wiggling his hips. And then she breaks up with him, and he drops the towel because he goes up to cover his mouth, to cover his face, and so that means he drops the towel, and we get, for a second, a shot of Jason Segel's nether regions, which, just like any time that's shown in a movie, then it's used for comedic effect.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
But that actually did happen to Jason Segel. He had one of his ex-girlfriends broke up with him in that same manner while he was naked, and he decided to write it into the movie. So, anyway, then he proceeded to go through the whole breakup conversation with him naked. They're sitting on the couch.
Perhaps you She's like, maybe you should put some clothes on. It's like, no, because I know what that means.
If I put clothes on, if I put pants on, it means we're done. It means it's over. And he's begging to get her back. He's begging for her to stay with him, and then she reveals there's somebody else.
Right. Because at first she's like, there's somebody else. And she's like, no, there's not.
Mm-hmm.
And then, she's like, it's like, okay, there's somebody else.
And she won't tell him
like,
who.
oh, maybe you just need to feel my body again one more time. Right. And so he starts hugging her. And it's like, yeah, there's somebody else. Just sitting on the couch. And he leans in for a little hug. And
Yep. And so then, after that scene's done, then we meet Peter's brother.
Well, brother, stepbrother.
Stepbrother.
But they're also like best
Brian
friends.
Breder. Yeah, his stepbrother. Yeah, Brian Breder, played by Bill Hader, and I love Bill Hader.
I love Bill Hader. He's hilarious.
He's hilarious. I mean, he's an excellent actor too. Like, he's one of those people he can do. He can do comedy. He can do drama. He can do whatever.
Yes.
But yeah, so he's trying to comfort Peter.
He's trying to comfort his brother-in-law, his friend, his stepbrother, his friend.
Mm-hmm.
But they're at like this lounge, and you can tell he's uncomfortable. He's like,
I
don't hang out in places like this.
And, yeah. Now, Brian, he married his first girlfriend. He married his high school sweetheart.
Yes.
And so he doesn't really understand Peter's dilemma. He doesn't understand the pain he's going through because he's never experienced it.
He hasn't.
But he's still being a good brother. He's being a good friend. He's trying to help him through
it. Like how he's sitting on the couch. He's like, we need to get out of here. I'm going to get herpes just from sitting on this couch.
Yeah.
Right? But he finally decides, okay, you know what? I'll help get a couple of girls over here. Yeah. Right? And because Peter's like, no, I got it.
Peter's insisting.
Stick my D in a V.
Yeah. He's like, no, you don't need to stick your D in a V right now. He's like, no, what I need to do is be my L on somebody's T's. So finally, Brian reluctantly agrees to help Peter pick up a date.
And so these two friends, one's sitting with, I'm sitting on the either side with one with each guy.
Mm-hmm.
And at this point, Peter is now drunk.
Yes.
And he makes it no secret what he wants.
Yeah. Yep.
And the girl he's sitting with, she thinks it's kind of funny.
Yes.
Right.
Anne at the bar is the character's name, played by June Diane Raphael, and then the other one is Leslie, played by Anna O'Reilly.
Okay. But Leslie and Brian, they're both kind of uncomfortable with the situation.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Peter's just saying, I just want to have sex with you. I find you both sexually attractive. He's like,
yeah. And he's like, I just want to have sex with one of you. I don't care which one.
and then, it kind of ends, and Brian's like, that went well, but then
home.
It cuts. And yeah, he takes her home, and they finish, and then he starts crying.
Yep.
Not just crying. He's sobbing.
Bawling. He is boo-hooing.
He is now
like
in
a
a
baby.
fetal position. And then it's like, I'm sorry for being weird. It's like, well, okay, yeah, I guess it was weird. And she leaves.
And then
it cuts to the next day.
Doctor's office.
He's talking to his doctor.
Yeah.
So and right now you just see him.
He's sitting on the exam table,
basically chest up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you see basically his torso up, and you see the doctor.
And he's talking to the doctor. He's saying, "I slept with somebody last night, and I just want to get checked.
Had sex
I want to make
with a woman.
Sure, I had sex with a woman, and
I don't have an STD."
Yeah.
It's like, hey, Peter. You're in the pediatrician's office.
Yeah. It's like, Peter, I'm
Can't you see you're sitting on a fire truck?
Yeah, you're sitting on a fire truck. He's like, oh, yeah, I like it. Is this new?
Which makes me think, I guess this was his pediatrician growth.
Yeah.
But it seems like he still kind of knows his pediatrician. Like they kind of have a conversation. Like they're like comfortable with each other, right? Because he looks at the doctor. He's like, can you just look at my penis? And he's reluctant at first. It's like, all right, I'll take a look. He looks at it, he's like, that's a good looking dick. Like, Peter, you're fine, right? It's got, if you want to go ahead and go around and have sex with everything, just, make sure you use protection.
Yeah. Yeah. So the doctor, he's like, all right, yeah, come on, take it out. Let me see it. And I mean, we never get the results of it, but it's assumed that no, he does not have any sort of disease.
No, he does not. I love how there's like a little kid that runs the background of the hall. There's some nurses chasing after the little kid.
I mean, did the doctor even like do any tests, or did he just look at it?
But he sends him on his way, and then it's just a small series of one night stands that we see, and all super awkward. It's like, could you just stop talking?
And then he's talking to Brian again, and no, first we have a recording session.
Yeah, the recording session first, right?
Yeah,
the recording for the latest episode of
Crime Scene, Scene of the Crime.
Crime Scene, Scene of the Crime. And he's all morose, and he's got the recording, director there, and
the subject of the episode is
scene.
the murderer who masturbates at all of his crimes before all of his crimes.
I love it. How that about our theory that the killer masturbated before he murdered each victim. Take a look at this. Oh.
And then he starts playing the Seinfeld theme.
And I was like,
this producer's over there. Hey, how about like something like dark and ominous,
like dark and broody and ominous,
like normal.
It's like, oh, you want dark and ominous.
And then he sees Billy Baldwin on the screen. And he's like, "Is it him?"
And he just stops playing.
Are you Billy Baldwin
he picks up
now?
a music stand.
And he goes and he hits the screen with it and tears through the screen. And then
the producer comes out. It's like,
the producer's like,
you're not getting paid for this session.
Yeah. He's like, "Yep, I'm aware of that." Then he's with Brian again, and they're talking, and he's like, and Brian's like, "Well, maybe you need to get out of here. You need to clear your head." take a vacation.
Well, how it happens at first is like we see him outside his apartment, right? And his landlord's like concerned
Brian
because
and his
there's
landlord are both
coming
out there,
out of the window. And so they both try to talk him down, come out of the apartment.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we're worried about you. He opens the door just to crack, and
like
Brian
landlord,
just pushes his way in.
So that landlord, just his relationship with Peter reminds me of the landlord in The Big Lebowski.
I agree. Yes. Maybe he's even his superintendent. May not even be it looked like the landlord, to be honest. Right. Anyway. So,
well, and also Brian called him landlord. He said your landlord is worried.
That's right. He did say that. Yes. So, but yeah, they feel very, very connected. I agree with that. So yeah, but he pushes his way into the apartment.
And then this is when they
Sinead O'Connor's.
Yes.
Nothing compares
to you. It's playing. And yeah, so this is when they come up with the solution to all of his problems. He needs to take a vacation and clear his mind. Get somewhere far away from Sarah. And so Peter brings up that Sarah and I have always talked about going to Hawaii.
It's like, bad idea. You do not want to go to Hawaii right now.
It's like, you can't go somewhere where you plan on going with Sarah. But that's just what he does. He goes to Hawaii. And when he's on the plane on Hawaiian Airlines, they're on the little seatback TVs. It's an ad for Hawaiian Airlines, hosted by Sarah Marshall, talking about how much she loves Hawaiian Airlines. Mahalo.
She loves Hawaiian Airlines. Mahalo. She loves Hawaii, right?
And so Peter's watching this, and he's just he's rolling his eyes and trying to avoid it because he's going on this trip to try to get away from Sarah.
Yes, and he knows he can't destroy this screen or he's going to commit some serious FAA regulations.
Yes. Yeah. And so
he asked for a drink from the stewardess.
Yeah, he asked for a Bloody Mary. And she's like, you already have one. And he's like, well, this is an anticipatory order. It's like, okay. So.
And doesn't he actually watch an episode of Seinfeld? Maybe I'm confused because I remember, I know that he plays the Seinfeld theme.
No, I think he watches part of an episode of Crime Scene of the Crime.
Yeah. Anyway.
Now you may be thinking of 40-Year-Old Virgin with
Everybody Loves Raymond. Yes.
So,
yes, because there is a scene because again they're looking at a victim and it's like, well, either they were stabbed in the aorta, or it's their time of the month.
I think that was the scene when he played the Seinfeld theme.
That's right,
wasn't it?
It might be.
No, it wasn't. Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, no, yeah, I think you're right. It was on the plane when it was the aorta thing. Either they're stabbed in the aorta or it's stabbed in the lung. Because then later is the dixicle. When the victim is frozen.
He finally lands. He gets to Hawaii safely. And he's at this resort. And he's waiting in line. And Mila Kunis is the desk clerk, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there's this lovely newlywed couple that's there. They're so in love with each other.
Yes. They are Daryl and Wyoma, played by Jack McBrayer and Maria Thayer. And yeah, they're a newlywed couple, and you could tell that Daryl is very uncomfortable.
He's very uncomfortable because
Wyoma's hanging all over him.
Not only is she, she's hanging all over him and being very emotive about being newlyweds, and she's very much excited about that honeymoon suite.
Yep.
And you can tell he is nervous about what that entails.
And because at one point he's like, hey, "What's gotten into you? Not me yet." So he's really nervous about that night.
What a design!
That's later though.
Yes. Anyway. But we haven't it's not revealed yet. But they're more of your kind of evangelical, kind of reformed, fundamentalist type of Christians.
Yeah,
fine, no problem there. But that's kind of gives you the background of their characters. So they get their key. They go off to their room. Peter says hi to them as they walk off, and he subs up to the counter, right? And they have towels and like coconut juice for each guest as they arrive at the desk. And she said, Mila Kunis there sits out
to him, and so then he tells her that he's here for a room. His name's Peter.
Her name is Rachel.
Yes,
Rachel Jansen.
Rachel Jansen.
And he's here for a room, like you said.
And he gives her his name. He's I'm Peter Breder, and she goes to look him up on the list. He's like, I don't have a reservation. And she's like, wow.
I just thought I would just take a chance.
She's like, oh, bold. Okay, well, we have no rooms available, but we do have the Capula suite. And he's like, oh, okay. Well, how much is that? She's like, $6,000 a night.
It's like, oh, that's
like, that's a little bit out of my price range. He's like, nobody can afford it. But then
it's for like Oprah.
And she then she looks out the window. He looks out the window and he sees Sarah walking down the sidewalk toward the hotel.
She's walking out. She's in her bikini. She's walking, and it's like
Rachel notices that
Sarah Marshall's going. Everyone's real excited.
Yeah. And he's like, I used to date her. And it's like, oh, okay.
She's like, oh, yeah, we broke up last week. Oh,
like, oh, okay. And then Sarah comes walking into the lobby, along with her new beau, Aldous Snow. And Aldous is barefoot, and he's holding up
he's not there yet. It's just her.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He comes in. Yeah, first she just walks in by herself. That's right.
It's like,
she comes in and she sees Peter there.
Peter, what are you doing here?
And he's like, well, I just thought I'd come to Hawaii.
This is the line that I just... It's like, well, but why? And like, this line is like...
I came here to murder you.
To murder you. The other night when I was watching this, I couldn't contain it. I just...
I came here to murder you.
It's like, no, seriously, what are you doing here? It's like, we talked about going here. I thought it, I was feeling kind of down. I thought it was a good idea.
He's like, are you following me?
That's
like, he's like, no, I'm not following you. And then Aldous Snow walks up, her new beau, and slaps her on the ass.
It's like, hey. And he just looks at Rachel like, he's got one flip-flop.
Yeah, he's holding up a flip-flop, his right flip-flop. He's like, have you seen another shoe like this? I've lost a shoe. It looks exactly
like this.
Well, not exactly like this.
It's more, mate. It's not the right.
More this one,
but it's the
complete
left.
opposite of this one. Not like an evil version of it.
That's right.
But it looks exactly like this, but just for the other foot. I don't have two right feet.
Somewhere in this movie, there was Eugene Levy and his two left feet from the show.
Yeah.
But anyway, so obviously they have no idea where this flip flop is. But
yeah, and he's so concerned about it. Like he's ready to drop everything to find this flip flop. But yeah, so they continue to have an awkward conversation with Peter. And then
yeah, and Rachel introduces them. It's like, oh yeah, hey mate, and he's trying to be kind of like this kind of, casual guy, just live and let live. Like, yeah, it's all okay. They're the ex, whatever. But it's awkward between the rest of them.
Yeah, and then
Rachel's in the background. She's feeling bad.
She's feeling bad. She's seeing the look on Peter's face, and she's feeling the vibes coming out of him, and she cuts in, and she's like, "All right, Mr. Breder, we got the Capula suite all ready for you." And they're like, "Oh, Capula suite." He's like, "Yep. I'm just here. I'm going to be hanging out in the Capula suite." So. And then Sarah and Aldous leave, and he turns back to Rachel. He's like, thank you for bailing me out. It's so nice, but I can't afford that room. And she's like, nobody can. It's for like Oprah, and it's like, when the president comes and
have the room. Just know that, like,
yeah, since you're not an official guest of the hotel, you're gonna have to clean up after yourself.
You have to clean it up yourself. He's like, okay, yeah, I'll do it.
So she gives him the key. But hey, a free room, a free suite, free high-level suite at a Hawaiian
the most
resort.
Expensive suite at a high-level Hawaiian resort, right? Like, yeah.
I mean, come on. So
he's walking to the suite. He's got his roller bag, and he's on the phone with his stepbrother, Brian.
And
we just hear his voice. We hear Bill Hader's voice, and he's walked him through what's just happened.
Yeah, and he's whispering, and so finally, and then Brian, Bill Hader, picks up on the fact that he's whispering. He's like, "Why are you whispering? Are you following them?" And then the camera pans out, and they're like 20 feet ahead of him, walking down the sidewalk.
And he kind of has to stop because they get to their room and they have a little balcony that's all, right off, kind of overlooking the beach, right? Because they have a ground level type suite, and the balcony opens up right to towards the beach, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he has to stop. He's hiding behind a palm tree,
and Sarah sees him, and she calls him out. It's like, "Are you following me?" He's like, "No, my room's this way too."
You just hear Brian on the phone, just like, "What are you doing?" Yeah. He's just screaming at him on the phone.
So
it gets awkward again.
And he turns around to go toward the Coppola suite. He's like, "Don't worry, Brian. I think I just ruined her day." There's no way she's going to have fun the rest of the day. And then it shows a little montage of Sarah and Aldous having sex in different positions. Yes.
And it cuts to Peter and his computer suite.
Yep. And he gets a call from Rachel at the front desk. And, he's crying a little bit. And, she's like, "Is everything okay up there? We've been getting, noise complaints about a woman crying hysterically."
So, yeah, I hear that too. I think it's in the room above me.
So you're on the top floor. Oh, well. Okay. I'll keep it down then.
Sorry, I love this. How you put it very simply. I'll keep it down. I'm sorry. Very, very politely.
So, then is this when he meets Kuno?
Kuno's later. Oh, this is the scene where we talk about. Oh, how we think the killer masturbated? He's watching crime scene.
Yes, so that's when. Yeah, this is when he's watching. And
that's why he starts crying. That's actually why he starts crying.
Yes. So earlier at the recording session, I think it was the bleeding one.
Yes. Maybe it was the dixical one. It was on the airplane.
Dixicle's later. I think maybe Dixicle is on the airplane.
Like Baldwin has like 5 scenes in this movie, and they're all 5 small clips of
but
different
they're great.
episodes of crime scenes in the crime, and they're all great.
Yeah, there's one of them, but the victim is frozen completely. He's like, "Can you say Dixicle?"
So completely inappropriate.
So, okay, no, this is when he goes to dinner.
He goes to dinner first.
He goes to dinner,
and this is the first time we see Jonah Hill.
Yes,
and Jonah Hill's character is Matthew Van Der Wick.
The waiter, and according to IMDb, he is Matthew the waiter. Yes, Matthew Van Der Wick.
And as we will discover, he is an obsessive fan of Aldous.
Yes. Yeah, so he greets Peter. He's like, "Will your wife be joining you?" And he's like, "No, I'm not married." He's like, "Your girlfriend?" Like, I don't have a girlfriend. He's like, "Oh, so you're alone then?" Okay.
It's like,
I'm sorry.
It's like he's not used to being alone. It's like couples and maybe families, but no one's going stag.
So he's like, I got the perfect table for you.
The table, and
he takes him. And he's like, "Hey, look, see that table over there? That's Aldous Snow."
But at least this time he's talking about Aldous Snow and not Sarah Marshall.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but he puts him at the table right next to them, facing their table, and Aldous and Sarah are sitting at the table. So
again, it's weird.
Mm-hmm. And so, Aldous, invites Peter over to their table to join them. And Sarah and Peter are both like, no, that's not a good idea.
No. Yeah. I mean, not a good idea.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously.
But Aldous, I mean, he's trying to be amicable.
He is. He's just, hey, this is how we can do it.
Mm-hmm.
Which is funny when you see
later. He's trying to create problems beyond, being the guy that Sarah was cheating on him with. But
he plays this really interesting line where he tries to be very amicable like that, but also being a very direct and like big asshole.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like there's times where he just seems really cool. There are times where he seems really uncool.
So Peter, he's like, I need a drink. Do you guys want a drink? And Aldous is like, oh, none for me, thanks. And he pulls his hair aside. He's got these 7 notches tattooed on his neck. He's like, 7 years sober.
Yes.
7 years completely dry of drugs and alcohol. And so, they have an awkward dinner. Sitting at tables next to each other.
And they're using this thing because, again, he's alone. It's Hawaii, and there's mostly couples, and there's one couple there as they're talking there at the table. This guy gets down on his knees, and no one's like, "Of course I'll marry you."
He asks his girlfriend to marry him, and everybody gets all excited because she said yes. And Peter's just he's depressed, and then he runs into Rachel.
Well, not yet. He leaves first, and he walks out the little restaurant there, and he's on the beach, and Sarah runs back out. It's like,
oh yeah,
are you doing okay? So he's like, oh yeah, I'm doing fine. Are you sure you didn't come here to follow me? Like, no. And it's like, I'm doing fine. You should have your dinner with Aldous. So okay, that's great. It's like, oh yeah, and he sounds like a very, very great guy. Like, yeah. I'm just happy.
He's like, he sounds like he shared a lot of needles with people.
So thank you for dating a lot of people.
So thank you for dating him after me. I love that. Oh,
So he go out. Is he bump into Rachel? Yeah, he just goes to the bar, right? And
yeah, that's right. He goes to the bar and he's talking with the bartender. He's talking with Dwayne the bartender.
Dwayne the bartender,
played by Devon McDonald. I love his character. From
Los Angeles himself.
I love his character.
I love his character too.
So Dwayne is talking about how he moved here from LA, and ever since
I lived in South Central.
I lived in South Central, and now I'm here in Hawaii. And you know what I can do now? I can name 200 different types of fish. And then he just starts naming them, starting with G's. He's like grouper, guppy. Going through these G names, and then and Jack McBrayer's there also.
Yeah,
and he's like,
hey,
what's the state fish of Hawaii?
Their bedroom trouble a little bit.
Yep. He's like, she wants to do things that I'm not comfortable with, and so.
So funny. He nailed the voice there, too. I love
how awkward he is. But yeah, when Dwayne is talking about the fish, how he can name over 200 different types of fish, then Daryl is like, what's the state fish of Hawaii? And without missing a beat, Dwayne's like, humu humu nuku nuku apua'a. Yeah, bitch. Then he runs into Sarah, or then he runs into Rachel. Well,
does he there? I guess they're there
because it's after the bar scene. Because the fish conversation was the meat of that scene.
Yeah, but then
learning a little bit more about Daryl than his new marriage.
And Daryl leaves, and he's like, off to find the mythical clitoris.
Yes, off to find the mythical clitoris.
Yeah, and then I guess does he meet Rachel there at the bar, or is it when he's leaving to go back to his room? I think
it's when he's leaving to go back to his room. I think she is coming into the bar or something.
Yes,
and she sees that he's still upset and all that, and she invites him to.
And he's kind of drunk. He's been drinking for a few hours. Yeah.
Yeah, she invites him to after work. A bunch of us are getting together on the beach. Why don't you come with? And so he goes with her.
Is that when he goes on the beach?
No. That's later.
That's later.
That's later because he's got to get breakfast first. Yeah.
Because the next morning he goes to brunch or breakfast, and again he's a single, and they sit him right next to the omelet waffle bar or the line. One space for they can have one person for a table.
Yep.
And the waiter comes up to him, asks him if he could have a drink. He asks for some pineapple juice. He's like, "You think I can get some rum to go with that?"
Yeah, some rum to go with it.
He's like, "You're a cocktail guy. I like your style."
And so he brings him back,
right?
A glass of pineapple juice and a bottle of rum. And then before he walks away, he's like, "Hey, here you go. Here's another one, just for you." So he gives him a second bottle of rum.
Yeah, 2 little things of Malibu. And so it's like, oh, and then he's pleased by this. He's wearing his nice hat. He says, "Thank you." And here we are as we cut to a scene. So since we both watched
that waiter is played by Kalani Robb. He is helpful Hawaiian waiter.
Helpful Hawaiian waiter. Yes. I like that. It's good to bring his name up because he will come back shortly in a scene that we were just talking about.
Yes. So we both watched the unrated cut.
The unrated cut.
Yeah, so this scene is not in the theatrical cut. So if you watch the theatrical cut, you're not going to know what we're talking about. But if you watch the unrated one, you will. But yeah, Peter shows up at a yoga class.
And he's the first one there.
A yoga class led by Kristen Wiig.
And she tells us like, "Oh, there's no drinks are allowed. No alcohol is allowed." It's like, "Oh no, this is just pineapple juice." It's like that's still no beverages are allowed, right? The other people start filing in, and two of them are Aldous and Sarah. And she's very happy to see Aldous. She has this. She's attracted to Aldous.
Mm-hmm.
They start doing the class, and Peter's having fun.
Yeah,
she's like kind of annoyed that he's in her class.
Yeah. And not only is he in her class, but they're right next to each other.
Oh yes, well yeah. Right.
Peter and Sarah are right next to each other, and then Aldous is on the other side of Sarah.
And Aldous, he is an expert.
Yes,
and like because like she says like, "Oh, I saw I saw you on the cover of Namaste magazine."
Yeah, Namaste magazine.
So they're going through the whole thing, and then even when he's trying to do like downward dog, he's having trouble. She's like, "I know that wasn't, I know there was alcohol, not pineapple juice."
Yeah,
and she's trying to adjust his back, and then she goes over. I was like,
"You have to arch your back."
Form is perfect.
And,
I'm still.
But
it's like,
with Peter, she's like, "You got to arch your back and keep it straight." Arch your back.
I think those are
opposing ideals. And she's like, no, it's really easy. Just arch your back and keep it straight.
No, they're not.
And Peter's just really confused. And then she goes over to Aldous and she's like, "Oh, your form is perfect. Let me just put my hands on you. I'm still going to put my hands on you to feel your form."
And finally, they're going to go into a headstand.
And then they're going to do a headstand, a tripod headstand. And she's like, "And if any of you don't feel comfortable doing this, feel free to just lay on your mat in the child's pose." You can just lay on your mat in child's pose, and she's clearly talking to Peter. And he's like, "What? You don't think I can do a headstand?" He's like, "No, it's okay. It's okay if you don't feel comfortable with it. You just this is for everybody. If you don't feel comfortable with it, you feel free to lay on the mat in child's pose." And all this goes right up into a
slowly
headstand.
Gets there.
Sarah goes right up into a headstand, and he puts his hands down, then puts his head on the ground, and he's trying to force his legs up, and he's struggling, but then he gets his legs up. And he's like, I'm doing a headstand, motherfucker." He's like, "Look at me, I'm doing a headstand, motherfucker."
And look, his face is covered in sweat. He's like, "Yeah, I'm doing a headstand, motherfucker." He's like, "What is up? My legs."
So then I think this is when he goes and meets Kunu, right? Because he wants to go and get surfing lessons.
He meets Kunu after this.
Yeah,
he wants to get surfing lessons.
Yeah. So after the yoga class, he goes to get surfing lessons from Kunu, played by Paul Rudd. He goes and he introduces himself.
Like, I'm looking for Chuck. No. Chuck's not. I'm Kunu.
I'm Kunu. I keep telling him that they need to change those posters. And Peter's like, what does Kunu mean? He's like, "It means Chuck." He's like, "Yeah, I just there's this name generator online that you just put your name in there and they give you a Hawaiian name. It's great." He's like, "I'm going to give you a Hawaiian name. What's your name?" He's like, "Peter." It's like, "Okay, Peter, I'm going to give you a Hawaiian name." He kind of puts his hand out there like he's like judging his aura or something. He's like, "Piopi. Piopi, your eyes look sad." You got sad eyes.
Okay. I love Paul Rudd in this role.
Paul Rudd is great in this role
because it's so funny. We're looking at Paul Rudd's career, right? So you had his character in 40-Year-Old Virgin, right? Kind of a slackerish type guy that works for a Best Buy type store. And then we see him, he's actually married and successful. And
well, it's more of a
up.
Circuit City type store.
But he's kind of unhappy, but he's just... Yeah, it's more like Circuit City, Best Buy. And anyway.
Yeah.
So, but he's married and knocked up, and he's successful.
Mm-hmm.
Right? He's unhappy, but has a successful career. He has a nice house.
Yeah.
Right?
And then in this, he's just sort of a stoner type Islander.
Yeah, but it goes to show like his variety of comedic type roles before he becomes Ant-Man.
Yes, and even way back in the 90s with
now
Clueless,
we kind of think of him as...
where he played it completely straight.
Yes.
And then, after this, he went on to be Ant-Man, where he kind of blends all of it together.
It's kind of hard to separate him from Ant-Man now, even though there's plenty of good roles like this.
Mm-hmm.
And then, he does blend it all together well there. So, anyway.
Yeah, so he's talking to Peter. Peter's like...
He's a surfing instructor here.
He's like, how old are you? And he's like, oh, well, I don't really believe in age, but if I had to put a number on it, say 40?
45?
Oh, shit. 40.
I'm old.
And he's like, oh, yeah, well, then Peter's like, well, what time is it? He's like, I don't know. I stopped wearing a watch when I moved here. He's like, oh, really? That's so great. He's like, oh yeah, I mean, my phone has a clock on it, so what's the...
Well, it's like, okay, 2008, that would make sense. Right? We don't think about it now, but back
Peter's
then, you're like, oh yeah, I really do have a clock on me all the time.
Peter's like, well, it's kind of the same thing. Okay, well, let's go surfing.
Hey, do you have any weed?
Any weed?
Like, no.
He's fucking... He turns to walk toward the water, and he's like, oh, the weather outside is weather. So he's trying to teach Peter how to surf. They're on the beach. They're not in the water yet, but they're on surfboards. And, they're laying down on it. He's like, all right.
Isn't that later, that scene? Because they had this scene, and then later they did the other scene with the surfboards.
No, that's the scene when they're actually, because this is when he doesn't get to go out in the water.
That's
yet.
Right.
They're going through the training.
Yes. Yeah.
And they don't actually go out in the water. And he's like, okay, lay down.
Right.
All right, now pop up. Okay, no, you're doing it wrong. Okay, just do less. Okay. Nope, do less. He pops up again, do less. He just lays there. He's like, you're not doing enough. Do more. So he twitches a little bit. He's like, oh, no, that's too much. You're doing too much. Do less.
Patrick Swayze should have shown up in this scene.
Yes, he should have.
And finally, all right, let's go out. Right? So, I have a saying, like, when life gives you lemons, just say fuck the lemons.
And bail. I love that. When life gives you lemons, just fuck the lemons and say fuck the lemons and bail.
Peter's like, you know what? That's wise.
So, they don't actually get to go out in the water that time. But Peter goes back to the hotel. And...
Nope, but now this is...
He meets up with Dwayne again and also Chemo. And they're getting ready for the luau that night.
Right.
So...
Getting ready for a luau.
Chemo is played by Taylor Wiley. And he's, big Samoan dude. And, he invites Peter to help him prepare the pig for the luau. So then there's this small room, nothing in it but Chemo, Peter, and a pig. And Chemo hands Peter a big knife.
And he finishes that pig off.
He's like, okay, kill the pig. And the pig's running around. So Peter's like stabbing at this pig and crying.
Like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
And then they have the pig. He
kills the pig, and they take the pig down to the luau so they can cook it over a spit.
Mm-hmm. And
but we find out it's the 4th of July. It's the 4th of July.
4th of July luau. And this is where he runs into Rachel.
Yep. And right now she's working.
Yeah.
Here, and he's got the confidence to say, "Hey, you want to hang out?" Because someone else, when they were talking earlier, when they're before they're killing the pig, is like, you should just ask her, like,
yeah. Because he's like, well, the girl at the front desk was kind of cute,
Oh, it's like it was Brian tells him like, yeah, how you hang out with someone, like actually hang out with somebody. He's like, oh yeah, the girl at the front desk was kind of cute.
Yeah, that's right. Because this is one. So Brian's wife.
That's right.
Liz.
She's always so she's always trying to whisper to Brian about. Yeah. She's trying to get him Peter advice through Brian.
She's trying to be quiet about it. But she's not quiet about it.
Because we get a scene.
So Brian's like, "Oh, I'd love to hear what Liz has to say about this."
They're like on Skype, because it would have been Skype back then in 2008.
Yep. Wouldn't be Zoom yet. But
and it's like, I know she's just out of the camera. Like, come on. And she comes in. So, and as we said earlier, she is played by Liz Kukowski.
Liz Kukowski plays Liz Bretter.
Right? And they finally talk, and then they say that she needs to get a little bit closer to the microphone. And so she gets down lower. Oops.
Yeah, and then he's like, oh, no, you got to get farther away. And then she pulls her head back up. No, closer. Goes back down, back up. Does that a few times.
And Brian finally catches on.
And he's like,
what's happening?
Oh, you're disgusting. And then Peter gives
he's saying that.
Oh, I'm a rascal. Kind of look. And then he comes up, and then Liz backs up a little bit. And this whole time, she's been wearing a pearl necklace. A string of pearls around her neck. And Peter is like, hey, Liz, I didn't notice that necklace. Were you wearing it before? And then Brian's like, oh, that's disgusting. And Liz is confused.
He's saying, that, she doesn't get it. Whatever.
Yeah.
So, oops.
But Peter's just laughing.
So, anyway, back at the luau, like he's asking her, it's like, well, I'm working right now, but like, afterwards, a bunch of us are going to go down to the beach and just hang out.
Yeah.
Like,
beach, there you have a bonfire and hang out. You should come with us. He's like, oh, yeah, sure. And
so we cut back into, during the luau, right? And,
and of course, Sarah and Albus are there too.
Yeah.
And
Matthew, it's like, he gets up there. He's kind of he's trying to act like the MC. He's like, we have a very special guest.
And if
Mr. Aldous
Snow is here, and
I'm sure he'll sing. I'm sure he'll
come up, and let's see if we can get him to come up here and sing a song. So everybody starts clapping. Aldous gets up and he walks up there. Matthew hands him the mic. He dedicates this song to Sarah.
And it says, "Oh, those ancient skies.
Yes.
I've had these wandering eyes, but you took me by surprise
when you let me inside you."
Inside of you. Inside of you. There's got to be some part of me inside. And most of the rest of the song is just inside of you, followed by something.
Yeah.
I can hear you scream my name. I feel you creep into my room.
Yeah, so the song is called Inside of You.
If you haven't caught on.
I don't know how this song didn't crack the top 40 in the real world.
I was confused. Yes.
But yeah, so and while he's singing, Sarah looks awkward.
She looks awkward. She's like, what?
She's like, what is he singing? I guess he dedicated it to her.
He probably actually didn't write it for her.
No, he probably didn't write it for her, but he dedicated it to her. This performance of it, he dedicated it to her. And so after the luau, then, Peter and Rachel are down at the beach, walking along the beach and, talking. Rachel's giving a little bit of her backstory. How she moved out here with her boyfriend.
But she's not a native Hawaiian.
She's not a native Hawaiian. She lived in LA. She went to, where did she live? Was it LA or was it Chicago? For some reason, I'm thinking Chicago.
Yeah, but it was a big mainland city.
She was going to school.
And she just kind of talks about how there's outside, like, native Hawaiians. They either have people that are either there on vacation or you're there escaping something.
Yeah. And, she moved there with her boyfriend at the time. She dropped out of school to move there with him. And then they broke up and she's been there ever since.
Right.
And so, they go there and, Dwayne and Chemo are there. The hotel staff are all there. They're all hanging out around a bonfire on the beach. Looks like a fun night.
But we get to the end of the night and she sees her ex.
Yes, she sees her ex walking over. And he's walking right next to helpful Hawaiian waiter.
Right? And
his buddy.
He is mad.
He's
at
mad,
Rachel.
and he's coming up, and she turns to Peter, and she's like, "Hey, if I run, you run." And Peter's like,
he's confused at first, like it's all of a sudden
this
comes suddenly.
And she starts, screaming at her ex, and they're just going at it, right? They're just yelling back and forth, and Peter's like, "It's okay, it's okay. I know his friend. Let me talk to him." And
I know, I know.
He goes up to him. He's like, Hey, remember me? He's like, oh yeah, cocktail boy. And he just punches him. He punches Peter. And then Rachel, grabs Peter and they run. And they end up at Lazy Joe's.
At Lazy Joe's. Which is like a really, truly like local little seafoodish
it's a local little kind of dive bar, yeah.
But true dive bar, locals only type of place. Probably has awesome fish tacos.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it has awesome fish tacos. Yeah. Now Lazy Joe's is owned by Kyoki. Kyoki is played by Branscombe Richmond, who those who grew up in the 80s and 90s. Might remember him from a little show called Renegade.
Yeah.
I used to watch that show. I remember Renegade. Yeah. I didn't watch it. It wasn't like something that I'd watch it every time it was on, but I did catch several episodes growing up. I was, Yeah, I didn't watch it like I did Walker, Texas Ranger, or Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman, or Star Trek: The Next Generation.
By the way,
I watched those like every week when they were on. But
he did appear in Walker, Texas Ranger.
He did. But yeah, I mean, Renegade it starred Lorenzo Lamas. And yeah, he was basically like a bounty hunter type, like basically the precursor to Dog the Bounty Hunter.
There you go.
But
he was in Batman Returns as terrifying clown number 1.
Yes, he was. But yeah, every time I see him, every time I see Branscombe Richmond, all I can think of is Renegade.
Hey.
That's the guy from Renegade.
Someone has to remember that. Not in Seal. Hey, that's the guy from Renegade.
So, anyway.
But there's some music going on there, and
Peter excuses himself to go to the bathroom.
She wants to go up and get some drinks.
Yeah, she wants to go get some drinks.
Like, oh, I'll take care of it. It's like, I don't need to buy me all my drinks. Like, I don't mind buying yours, right?
So Peter excuses himself to go to the restroom.
Yep.
And he's in there.
Again, it's a dive bar in there. It's just Polaroids and pictures of topless girls.
It's all over the walls in the bathroom. And right in front of
it's got the
right above the urinal
trough, it's also the trough,
it's the trough type urinal. And so right above the trough, right in front of Peter, when he looks up there, he sees a picture of Rachel flashing the camera. And he comes back out and he's like, "Did you know that there's a picture of you flashing the camera in there?" And she's like, "Yeah, I know. I've been trying to get Kyoki to take it down, but he won't do it."
Oh, and right before that, she got up,
but before she got to get the drinks,
they were having an actual get to know you conversation.
Yes, and she was
like,
asking,
"How do you like, making the music for a crime scene of the crime?" It's like, "Oh yeah, it's great. I get to meet people, and it's okay."
But it's not what I really want to be doing.
You hate it.
Yeah, she's like, "You hate it." He's like, "I hate it. I wish I could be doing something else."
It's just a bunch of tones.
Dark and ominous tones. Oh, the masturbating serial killer is at it again. Bah, bah, bah.
It's like, well, why don't you do something? It's like, well, I have been working on this rock opera.
It's like, oh, well, what's your rock opera about? It's like, well, it's about Dracula.
Dracula, he doesn't die, and
eternal love,
and he just wants to love, but he can't, and everyone wants to love.
And also, I want to do it with puppets. Also, I want to do the rock opera with puppets. Yeah, so then he goes to the bathroom, comes back out, and she's got the drinks there for him.
Right, he comes back out. It's like, oh yeah, no, yeah, that's no, it's embarrassing, and it's like, well, how about you take it down? It's like, oh no, he will literally beat you up if you take it down.
He will kill you. He will literally kill you if you try to take it down.
It is part of his collage.
Yeah.
Right. Oh no! Mess up the balance of the collage.
Yes. Well, mess up the balance of the collage. Yeah. And so this whole time, this whole time, the band. So she tries to switch
topics quickly.
Yeah. So the band that was there has been playing.
Stopped.
They've been playing the Hawaiian version
of Nothing Compares to You.
No, is the.
That's later.
Yeah.
That's the credits.
Why am I drawing a blank on the title of the song? More Than Words. The Hawaiian version of More Than Words.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
And, the music is stopped at this point, and then
she said
they get on the mic. They get on the mic. And like, hey, we have a surprise guest tonight. We have Peter Bretter from the mainland. He's going to come and sing a song from his Dracula musical.
And he's like, oh, no. And he gets that thing. He's like, he looks at the crowd like, this probably not gonna make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
It's gonna be out of context.
He sits down at the piano at the keyboard, and he's like, "Yeah, but here goes nothing." So he starts playing. He's like, "It's getting kind of hard to believe things are going to get better."
And I love Rachel's face. Like, oh, I don't think she realized what it was going to be at first. Anyway, keep going.
The time's going to change. Been waiting so long to believe things are going to be easier now.
I'm still trying to shake off the pain from all the lessons I've learned.
And if I see Van Helsing, I swear to the Lord I will slay him. Blood will leak down his face as he is decapitated.
His head will be on my belt. This is how I let this world know how I love you.
How much I love you. Die. 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 I can't.
Die.
I can't.
And she starts going wild for it. I love how there's like an older gentleman that's sitting at the bar when he gets slaying Van Helsing. He's like, yeah.
And so they go back to the hotel, and they part ways.
They had a nice night.
And he goes back and
to the bar.
He tries to kiss her, and she's like, "Oh, I don't know if that's a good idea."
Yep.
So then he goes back to the bar. Yeah. So then he goes back to the bar, and Dwayne is there.
They're playing 311's Amber.
Mm-hmm. Well, everybody's there. Dwayne and Chemo and Daryl are all there.
The other guy, all the other people that we've got.
And Kunu is there too. Kunu's there too.
Yep. And he's like, "Oh, that's not a date. It's not a date." It's like,
she works in customer service.
So, no, it's not like that. It's like, I bet you think strippers like you too.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh no, like so I met a boy,
really
like,
connected.
That guy." And then it's like, that guy's insane. I seen him beat up a guy with a starfish.
Well, no. So first, Dwayne is like, "Oh, I love him. I love that guy. He's great." And then Kunu butts in. He's like, "Yeah, I once saw him beat up a guy with a starfish. That guy was me."
That's right. That guy was me. I forgot about that.
And then this is where and then interspersed in all of this everything that we've talked about before, there's little clips of Daryl and Wyoma in bed trying to consummate their marriage.
Yeah.
And then Daryl is really uncomfortable with everything. And then here's where he's talking about, he's like, "I don't understand my wife if God was a city planner. He was a city planner. You would not put what was it? You would not put a playground next to a septic system."
And it cuts in. There's a scene where he's clearly gone that route. And then she decides to try it on him.
Mm-hmm. Like, no.
He's like, no. And she shows up at the bar, pulls him back away to bring him back to their bedroom. And he's clearly not comfortable with this. right? So we get to the next day though, and now we just have Sarah. She gets a phone call,
and they're canceling the show.
They're canceling the show. Right? And then
they're canceling crime scene of the crime.
Aldous is kind of in the background. This is their room. He's in the background. He's meditating while this is happening, right? So he's done, and she tells him that the show's canceled, and he just kind of seems kind of cold about it, right? Yeah. All he can say, like, "Oh, this is what you wanted, right?
What you wanted, yeah."
It's like, well, yeah, I want to make the step to film, but still,
I'd have another year in there.
It's canceled.
So, I thought I'd have at least another year.
Yeah. So I'm still surprised. Like, well, that's fine because next week I'm about to go on tour for the next year, so you could just come with me and be the queen of my groupies.
You can be the queen of the sorrow suckers.
Because
wait,
okay.
So yeah, because Aldous Snow's band is called Infant Sorrow.
Yes,
we didn't mention that earlier. So yeah, you could be the queen of the sorrow suckers.
Just to back it up a bit, for next week, you didn't tell me that we did not mention it earlier.
Yep.
It's like, oh yeah, no, I'm telling you now, but no, it's like you didn't tell me earlier. When were you planning on telling me? It's like,
when were you planning on telling me that you were going on a world tour?
And then I'm not sure if I really want to be,
I mean, he's also, but his defense for that though, his answer to her was, "Why didn't you tell me?" He's like, "Well, I didn't tell you that I had genital herpes because it wasn't flaring up at the moment."
and so she's like, okay, so she leaves him. He's alone there, kind of on the little patio. Right, and Jonah Hill, he shows up, right?
And yeah. So also that morning, I guess Jonah Hill shows up first. Yeah, Jonah Hill shows up with a coconut
with a demo
cake,
tape,
with a demo tape and a coconut cake.
Oh yes,
compliment to the house.
Don't tell them I brought you the coconut cake though.
Yeah. I mean, this is from me. It's not from the hotel. It's from me. And then here's my demo. I'm going to bring you a demo tape. And he's like, Aldous is like, okay. He takes it and sort of tosses it aside. And he's like, oh, but hey, aren't you going to listen to it? Because I'd hate for you to one day hear me successful on the radio, and you're like, oh no, that kid gave me his demo one time, and
this is really where Jonah Hill gets to shine.
I totally just blew him off, and oh no, and all this is like that English voice. Is that supposed to be me? He's like, yeah, just listen to it, okay? And so he sort of scampers off because he's embarrassed. And so then
we cut back to
Chemo.
Sarah.
Well, Chemo is knocking on Peter's door.
Oh, that's right. Because Dakota Fanning.
Yes.
Dakota Fanning showed up.
Peter is in bed naked. And he's got tissues all over the bed. And Chemo comes in. He pokes his head in there. He's like, "Hey, Peter, Dakota Fanning and her people need this room." Peter's like, "Oh, does that mean I have to leave?" He's like, No. Rachel found you another room, so we're just gonna move you over to that room. And Peter's like, "Okay, well, give me a minute. I gotta get dressed." And then before Chemo leaves, he's like, "Hey, Peter, are those sad tissues or happy tissues?"
Which I love it because
his delivery of that line is perfect.
You're wondering the same thing.
Yep.
And then he delivers a line.
Has he been crying all night, or has he been doing something else all night?
And he delivers it, like you said, perfectly.
Yeah, he delivers
Chef's
it perfectly.
Kiss.
Yes.
Anyway, the room they move him to is
right next door to Sarah and Aldous.
Right.
And so they're Sarah and Peter are both sitting out on their little patios, and Peter's like, it was the only room they had. It was the only room they had, and Sarah's like, oh, did you hear about the show? It's been canceled. And he's like, oh, well, how do you feel about that? And she starts giving the PR answer.
To like a true like adult type of conversation, and not bickering or upset.
She's like, well, right? it's good really in the long run. I have been wanting to focus on my film career.
Like, and he's like, hey,
Sarah,
you can be honest with
this
me.
Is
not
me
Access Hollywood. It's not E. Like you can
be honest with me.
Be honest.
And she's like, I don't know what I'm going to do.
I'm freaked out. I'm scared.
I'm scared. And
she's saying like, like I do want to move the film, but like I don't know what that actually means. I don't know if I'm ready for that. And if it doesn't work out, like have I hit my wall? And it's like Sarah, like
because anybody who's successful in film, like, are the ones that are going to show their cooter, and like, I don't think I'm going to be ready for that. and Peter's like, oh, calm down. I mean, this means I'm out of a job too.
Yep.
And so they sit down. They have a real conversation about this.
Yep.
It's one of the few times in the movie where they're not at each other's throats. And so they have their conversation, and then Peter goes up to the front desk where Rachel is, because he's going to go out to out to the cliffs. He asks her if she wants to go somewhere, if she wants to join him somewhere, and she's like, yeah, I was thinking about going over to Lazy Joe's. It's like, oh well, I was thinking about going to wherever the point is, whatever the name for it is. Yeah.
She's like, you sure about that? That's a good walk. That's that's quite a hike. It's like, yeah. It's like, okay, well, yeah, I'll come with you.
Yeah. So then they're walking up, and they're walking up this cliff, walking up this hill, up the cliffs, and Peter, like Rachel's way ahead of Peter, and Peter is like, he's huffing and puffing trying to get up this hill.
Yep.
She's like, I told you it was a trek. But they get up there and looking out over the ocean, beautiful views and everything. And they get to talking, and they start having a real conversation. About how both of them went through traumatic experiences with their breakups. And how now it's like it's like they're invincible. Nothing can hurt them. They're standing at the edge of this cliff, and Peter's like, it's like I could leap off this cliff, and whatever happens, it wouldn't hurt me it wouldn't hurt us as bad as they did. And then so Rachel is like, well, then do it. It's like, what? She's like, jump. And jump. He takes that metaphorically. He thought she's talking about taking the metaphorical leap.
The metaphorical leap, yes.
And so he leans in to kiss her, and all of a sudden, before he can kiss her, she just jumps off the cliff into the water. And he's like, "Oh no!"
And he's like, "Oh my God, what did you do?
What did I do? I made her kill herself." She splashes in the water.
She get down there,
and she's swimming. She's like,
water,
"Peter, get down here!"
He's like,
"Come
no."
On, he's like, "No, I'm not going to do that." He's like, "Peter, I can see your vagina from here." He's like, "Shut up!" He's like, "I can see your hoo-ha."
He's like, "Oh my God, what are we going to do?" And then he's like, "Please God, don't let me die. Don't let me die."
So he goes to jump, but he doesn't really quite jump. He sort of falls and he grabs onto the side of the cliff.
He grabs onto the and he has to grab onto the vine or something.
The vines and stuff on the side of the cliff, and so he's just like sitting there holding on, and she's like, "Oh, Peter, no, don't just drop. You'll hit the rocks.
You hit some rocks and die.
You gotta kick yourself off the wall." And so she's like, "Okay, on the count of 3. 1, 2." And he just sort of lets go and falls back. Maybe does a little bit of a kick off the thing, but he falls, like, does a backflop in the water. But he's okay.
And they enjoy a nice swim.
So they're swimming, and he pops up, and then they sort of talk a little bit. He's like, I did it. She's like, yeah, you did it. And then they kiss. And then they go to the restaurant again.
I think we forgot something earlier where they talk about the sea turtle season.
Yes, sea turtle fucking season.
They should say.
Yeah, that was when Dwayne.
That shit's magical.
Yeah, that was when Dwayne was talking about the fish. That was that conversation. Yeah, when he's like,
that shit's magical.
It's sea turtle fucking season. That shit's magical. When I was in Hawaii, I swam with sea turtles. I went snorkeling and there were sea turtles around. It wasn't that season. At least not that I saw. But
all right. So they have dinner again.
But this time they share a table with Sarah and Aldous. And Aldous is wearing a Tommy Bahama shirt that Sarah bought him that he did not want to wear, but she convinced him to wear it.
We missed another scene that happens in this day before that, and that's when he actually goes out in the water.
Yes, that's right.
Kunu.
Yeah.
And then he's just and there he's just on the board there, right? And
well, no, that's after this, isn't it? That's after this.
Because I see this, and then my next picture I see, I admire Tommy Bahama.
Okay, maybe
because that's when it'll be later. Because you had to have that scene first to have the scene with them having dinner together.
That's right. Yes, that's right. Because so they're so he's out there with Kunu, and then Kunu
just have the two having
goes off, and he and Aldous are out on their surfboards, just sitting there in the water,
and they have a casual conversation. And he's like, and Aldous just kind of apologized, like, sorry, I didn't know.
He's like, I didn't know that you guys used to date, and all this, and he's trying to make things right, and Peter mentions, we dated for 5 years, and Aldous just kind of nonchalantly is like, well, you got 4 years on me, basically revealing that Sarah and Aldous have been, together.
He thought this
a year.
Happened just before they started breaking up. It's actually been a whole year.
They had been, she had been cheating on him for an entire year with Aldous before she broke up with him.
He's like, "Oh, I thought you knew, man. I'm sorry. Like, I don't want that to ruin our friendship.
Peter's
I want the go to the ocean.
It's really hard for me to like you right now because I hate you so much, but you're just so cool.
Like, yeah, man. So Aldous gets up. He goes out to surfing, and
so there's a big
Peter
wave coming.
Thinks about it.
Well, you
know what?
They're both sitting out there in the water while they're having this conversation because he was out there with Kunu, and then Kunu went away, and he was floating, and Aldous just happened to be floating by too. That's right. So this is when they're having the conversation, and then this big wave comes, and they're like, "Okay, it's time. Let's do this."
And he's gonna ride it, just like he jumped. He's gonna ride it.
Yep. And so, he gets up on the board, and this wave takes both of them out. And they end up on the beach, and Aldous is screaming because he's got a piece of coral stuck in his leg.
He's got a big piece of coral stuck in his leg. Yeah.
Yeah. And so Kunu runs up, and he's like, Kunu didn't go out with him. He didn't go out in the water with Peter.
Yes, he was on the beach training, instructing other people. Yeah. That's right.
So Kunu comes running over.
And like he just comes, it's like, oh, you got coral on your leg.
You got coral on your leg. He's like,
I was like, get it out.
Get it out. Get it out. It's like, Kunu, he's like, you sound like you're from London. And Aldous is like, yes, I'm from London. He's like, get it out. And he's like, I can't. It's an insurance thing. I'm not allowed. The hotel won't let me. Won't let me get it out. Peter's like, Kunu, go tell the front desk. So Kunu runs off to tell the front desk. And then it's just Aldous and Peter again. And Aldous is like, Peter, get it out. It hurts. And so Peter's like, are you sure? He's like, yes, get it out. So Peter reaches over and grabs it and starts wiggling it a little bit. He's like, oh, it's really in there. Meanwhile, Aldous is squirming and screaming. He's like, just get it out. So Peter yanks on it and it pulls it out of his leg. And it's like, oh, it's just a little cut, it looks like. It's like, oh, that's not that bad. And then it just starts gushing blood. And Peter faints. So.
And now we before the dinner, we get another scene with Peter and Sarah. And then we have another conversation. This was also going to be real. This is where they're finally going to let it out. Sarah finally lets it out.
Yes.
Right? And it's like, well, what I do? It's like, Peter, I was tired of taking care of you. He's like, what do you mean? It's like, you wore sweatpants for an entire week.
It's like, oh, so because they weren't, what was it? And they weren't designer sweatpants. They were just the Costco brand. Yeah.
It's like, no, I tried to get you to get out and do these other things and blah, 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 blah. And that cuts this montage of him
holding her purse and
doing various different things.
Yeah,
the week.
That's
and
right.
then day 7,
that's right.
It cuts to him, and he's got a staff.
Yep.
And he just says with him, "You shall not pass."
Yeah, he's just lounging around all week in the sweatpants. Yeah, I love that. You shall not pass. Oh, but yeah.
And she said, I think we have these scenes where she's trying to understand also his Dracula musical, and she's trying to, ultimately it sounds like she's trying to get him to take these steps. And she's finally like, no, you're just too stupid to notice that I was trying to help you. Right? And hurt. Not heart, but
hurt.
And that's when we get the scene. They finally, at dinner together, and right now, you kind of this whole awkward situation because Sarah's not really happy with either, Peter
and this time, Peter and Rachel are actually on a date.
Yes.
And they get put at the same table as Sarah and Aldous. And so this is where the conversation goes to a movie that Sarah once made where cell phones will kill you. There's a ghost in the cell phone. And they're totally talking about Pulse.
Yes.
The movie that Kristen Bell did. That's a remake of a Japanese horror movie.
Perhaps you should watch it. I'm not here to tell you. I've seen it once.
I've seen it. I've seen it several times. Actually, it's actually not. It's one of those movies. It's a bad movie. Yes, absolutely, it's bad. But it's enjoyable. It's one of those ones that I don't know what
so
it is.
bad.
It's one of those.
You're gonna enjoy yourself.
Yeah. But it's definitely bad. They changed the premise a little bit for this movie, but yeah, the premise of Pulse is basically there's a ghost in the Wi-Fi signal that, if you connect to a certain Wi-Fi, then it'll, kill
Aldous and Peter agreeing this is a terrible idea for a movie. It was a terrible movie. And Rachel's just trying to be like, kind of slightly agreeing. It's like, no, I can see what the movie's trying to say. It's this metaphor or this and that, right? And and Sarah's still upset with Aldous because he is very reluctant to wear the Tommy Bahama shirt.
Yes, he's very reluctant to wear the Tommy Bahama shirt. And
so she starts thinking about all these things that she bought for Peter that seemed like he probably didn't exactly like.
He didn't like, but he still wore them.
He was grateful and appreciative of them.
Yes.
And what's not mentioned, which is what he said earlier, what he says earlier in the movie, is a whole big, nice sealed container for his cereal.
Yes.
So he can have the freshest cereal.
Yes. One of those like Rubbermaid cereal box, containers. So he can have now he has the freshest cereal.
Now my cereal doesn't get stale.
Yeah, that was one of the things he was talking to Brian about earlier. And
I forgot. There was this when they're out on the water too. He talks about how I was listening to Rachel's music on her iPod. There's so much dreck on it, but this one thing really stood out. It was from you. It was just like kind of real, like this dark gothic. It's like, that's exactly what I was looking for. Shooting for. Like, I'm glad you understood what I was trying to write. It's like, because of course, again, we get to Aldous, like we get this kind of caricature of him, but like beneath all that, he's a musician that knows what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Even if his lyrics are terrible.
Yeah. So Aldous spills wine on his Tommy Bahama shirt, and he fakes, "Oh no, I ruined the shirt. Oh, take my eyes, but not the shirt." And Sarah's not having it.
Not having it. So we finally get back. We end the dinner, and they go back their respective rooms.
Yeah,
Aldous is ready to crash.
Aldous is ready to go to sleep.
But Rachel and Peter are ready for extracurricular activities.
They're making out as they're going through the door, and they're getting ready to reach emotional catharsis. And they're not being quiet about it either.
Oh no.
And Sarah, just on the other side of the thin wall,
hearing all this,
here's what's going on in there, and she's getting upset. So she decides she's just gonna, whether Aldous likes it, whether Aldous wants it or not, she's just gonna climb on him and, try to.
He gets up and like, what? It's like we should just, he's just groggy, but she gets him ready and there, and then she does her best Sally impression.
She starts screaming loud, and then Rachel picks up on what she's doing. She starts screaming louder, and then they have this little dueling banjos thing.
We all know he enjoyed it better. So, pretty clear.
Yeah. And so then eventually Aldous just pushes Sarah off of him.
Rachel has to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he basically at that point is kind of when they break up, essentially.
Well, no, when Sarah and Aldous break up, yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, so Rachel's
it's like, it's a bad idea. I'm gonna leave in the morning.
And it's early, and Rachel has to leave. She has to go work.
She's gonna work.
And Peter's like, "Well, you want to get together after work?" She's like, "Yeah." And so they kiss, and she goes out the back door, out the patio door. And then Peter is walking into the lobby, and he sees Aldous sitting in a chair in the lobby by himself. And Peter's happy. The first time we've seen him happy the whole movie.
Why is he happy, Rob?
Because he made it to home base with Rachel.
Anyway,
he hit a homer. He reached emotional catharsis.
He did. Anyway, so they're back in the lobby. It's him and Aldous. They're talking. And Aldous is just kind of like, I don't know how you survived that.
Yeah. I don't know how you survived 5 years. I've just been with her for a week here, and it's been like a little holiday with, well, I don't want to say Hitler, but definitely like Goebbels or something. But yeah, you know what? Yeah, a little holiday with Hitler.
Oh, he takes a small step down at Goebbels. Say no. Actually, Hitler.
He tells Peter that they broke up, and he's headed back to England. And then
like his driver
shows up, and this woman, and he's like, oh, see her? She's my driver. I'm gonna have sex with her.
So Peter goes back to Sarah's room.
Mm-hmm. Peter goes back
to see how she's doing,
and she's sad. She's crying, and so he goes in to comfort her. So they can talk for a little bit, and she wants to get back with Peter.
And she's crying. She just wants right now. She just really wants the comfort. She's looking. He's familiar.
Yeah, and then
he's a good comfort thing to hold on to.
Yeah,
but he's not really having it because he's kind of moved on.
Yeah, he's moved on to Rachel. He really likes Rachel, and he's seen how bad of a match he and Sarah are. He's realized that.
And here's the thing about it, though, right? He realizes, okay, we're a bad match, and okay, maybe I don't necessarily like her, but he can still care enough about her as a person.
Yes, exactly. I mean, they have a lot of history.
He doesn't like seeing what has happened to her.
Yeah.
Or he doesn't, he's concerned like that she's scared about the show being canceled. He can care about that part of her emotion.
Yeah.
Without having these deeper connection feelings and still being a little bit hurt by what's happened.
Yeah. So, while they're talking, while he's comforting her, she goes to kiss him, and they start kissing.
And she tries to get out his little seagull. Which is really not that little. It's the big seagull, I guess.
Mm-hmm. And so
but he's not for it. He's like, my cock does not want to be around you right now.
Well, yeah. So she tries a few different things with him, and he's at first he's kind of going with it, and then he's like, no, we can't do this, and she's like, come on, just do it. And he's like, don't tell me what I need to do. I know what I need to do. You don't need to remind me of what my body needs to do for this to work. And
for this, yes.
So then he, breaks it off, and he goes out. He goes straight to the front desk where Rachel's working.
Yes.
Because he feels guilty because of what just happened.
He feels guilty.
And he wants to be completely honest with Rachel.
Yes, because he cares about her.
Yes. And so he's like, well, I need to tell you what just happened. And she's like, what just happened? He's like, well, I was just in there with Sarah and, we fooled around a little bit. And she's like, what? Peter?
What are you talking about? More specific and saying fool around.
About? You tell me exactly what happened. And he's like, okay, well, I went in there because I knew she was sad and I thought she needed comforting. So I went in there to comfort her. And so while I'm comforting her, she started kissing me because of the comforting. And then, we things got that. Because of the comforting. And then, things started getting, and she may have had her mouth on my penis for 5 to 10 seconds tops.
I love that. He tries to keep it there. It's like, yeah. It's like, I'm hopeful that she'll accept 5 seconds. If it was 11 seconds, that would be really terrible.
5 to 10 seconds tops. And then, then I left. And I came here.
I pushed her off of me.
And she's then I pushed her off of me and I came here to you. And Rachel's like, why are you telling me this? And he's like, because I don't want to hide anything from you.
Hey, dude, back up.
I don't want. I want to be honest with you. It's like, but is this really the right situation to be telling her about
the
this?
right time,
the right time,
venue,
the right,
That's the thing. Larry's like, hey, the other day, like, she was emotional. I was just trying to make sure she was okay, and she came very forcefully onto me to take off my pants. And then, right? No, he has to
like,
be ridiculous
because of the comforting.
But she just tells him to leave.
Yeah, she tells him to leave, to go home, go back to LA. Do not call her. Do not email her.
No contact.
Yeah. And she's rightfully upset.
Yeah, rightfully, yes. She's gonna need a little bit of space from this because, she finally opened back up to somebody, and he did this right away.
Yeah. So, and then he's back on the plane, and Sarah's on the TV again.
Before he leaves, he goes back to Dirty Joe's and gets that picture.
Oh yes, that's right. He goes back to Lazy
Joe's. And he comes
Joe's.
Back you can tell his shirt's kind of ripped a little bit.
First, he goes in there. He just walks into Lazy Joe's, walks right into the bathroom, grabs the picture, and Kyoki sees him, and he comes in. He starts attacking him, right in the bathroom. Knocks him down on the ground, and then Peter starts throwing rolls of toilet paper at Kyoki. And Kyoki, I always love this line. He's like, "Doodle paper! You're throwing doodle paper."
They got it on that doodle paper.
Ever since I first saw this movie, I've referred to toilet paper as doo-doo paper.
He gets back. He's all beat up. He's got a swollen black eye, swollen broken nose.
Well, not quite broken nose, but yeah, he's
down.
He's clearly been beat up. And yeah, he just slaps the photo down on the desk, and then he just walks away.
That's it. He leaves. Right, and then again, he's on the scene. Crime scene of the crime is playing on the TV on the flight.
Well, no, it's not a crime scene of the crime. It's the ad again, the Sarah Marshall.
Oh, it's just the promo. It's the Hawaii promo
for the Hawaiian Airlines. Right. And mahalo. And so he gets back to LA, and he's in his apartment, and he sits down at the piano, and he starts singing.
Takes a little bit of time, and he starts playing.
Well, he starts playing, but he's just making up songs about how much of a loser he is, and
that's right. Yes, it starts very down on himself.
Yeah,
but then the tone changes.
Yeah, the tone changes. It sort of goes through a little montage of him. He starts out, all woe is me. You such a loser and all this. Then he actually starts playing music. And you could tell he's working on his rock opera. And then it's opening night.
And we see before opening night, during this, there's an invitation that gets sent out to Rachel. And
wait, we missed it. Yeah, so before the opening night, we have another thing of Rachel talking to Dwayne, and Dwayne is like, "What are you so mad about? He cut it off mid blowjob. Do you know what that does to a man?" He's like, "It's called blue balls. That man is a god.
I'll tell you what it does to a man."
He's like, "That man is a god." No one. You know how many people? How many people stop a blowjob mid blowjob? Nobody. That man. That man is incredible.
But that she starts rethinking. So
yeah. So then
we get to opening night.
Yeah, during the little montage, then we see there. She gets a letter, and it's a flyer for A Taste for Love, is what it's called. The Dracula rock opera with puppets. It's an invitation to the play, to the show. And we get I love these puppets. They were made, the puppets in this movie were made by the Henson Company.
I love them. Yes.
And they look like Muppets.
Yes.
They look like vampire Muppets. And
one looks like Van Helsing as a Muppet. Right?
Yeah, so Peter, of course, is playing Dracula. He's puppeteering Dracula. And Van Helsing is puppeteered by Brian. And so he's going through, it's a musical, obviously. So they're singing the title track, A Taste for Love. And it's the end of the show. So, Dracula is, singing to, they never actually say the name, but you would imagine that it's Mina. You would imagine it's Mina.
Since we recently did Dracula.
Mm-hmm. But they never actually confirm that it's Mina that he's singing to, but yeah, so then, Van Helsing shows up and stabs him through the heart with a wooden stake cross. And, as Dracula's dying, then Mina tells him, "I'm pregnant." And then all of a sudden a bunch of 4 or 5 little baby Draculas just pop out from under her dress. Everybody's laughing, but I mean, he's putting everything into it, and
yes,
I want to see this show. I want to see this show.
I definitely want to see this show. I mean, there's so much that goes on with this climax. They bring up all these other vampire puppets and vampire bats and these things going around, and it's this great closing track that they have to it.
At the very end, after Dracula's dead, and they all go to take their bow, then a bunch of just rubber bats drop down from the ceiling all over the crowd, and while they're up there before the bats drop down, Peter looks out and he sees Rachel sitting in one of the seats, and they sort of smile at each other.
They smile at each other, they're happy,
and then after the show, he goes out and he meets her in the lobby.
They talk.
They're talking, And she's like, well, I'm back here. And he's like, how long are you staying? And she's like, open-ended. It's like, oh, that's dangerous. She's like, yeah, I thought I'd look at some schools and, thinking about moving back here. And then he's like, well, do you want to, while you're in town, you want to go grab some dinner or something? And she's like, yeah, I'd like that. So, then, some of the theater goers start congratulating him and it's a great show. And so she sort of leaves him to the fans while she goes. He also mentions
that, in that conversation that he changed the genre. This guy originally it was just like this dark gothic.
Yes, that's right. Yeah,
drama, romance.
Yeah, she's like, I loved it. It was really funny. He's like, yeah, it's funny. I didn't realize it was a comedy until somebody told me.
It's like, oh, and like, it's funny because like, oh, like I didn't realize
he said it clearly.
My entire breakup with Sarah was a comedy until somebody told me.
He said it. He said it in like sarcastically in a way that that she's the one that told him this. That it was funny.
Yes,
and it's comedy.
Yep.
Yep. So I was like,
"This is thanks to you."
Yeah. So he goes back into his dressing room after mingling with the people a little bit, and she goes out to her car. He goes to his dressing room, and he chats briefly with the guy that was the Dracula mascot, basically walking around the crowd. They had somebody dressed as Dracula and somebody dressed as Van Helsing. That's right.
They had the Dracula puppet, and there was also Dracula mascot. Yes,
and there's also Van Helsing mascot, and they were walking around out there. But yeah, he's chatting with I guess it was the Van Helsing one that he's chatting with, not the Dracula one.
Right.
But yeah,
that would make more sense.
They're talking briefly, and then the guy leaves, and Peter goes to change the clothes, and and Rachel's walking out to her car.
That's right.
She sort of stops for a second, pulls her keys out and stops for a second, and then turns around to go back in, and Peter is standing in his dressing room naked, holding his phone. Like he picks up his phone because you could tell he's thinking about calling Rachel. And
yep.
And then the door opens. Rachel walks in. She's like, "Hey, Peter, I just wanted to." Oh, okay. And we get another glimpse of Peter's Peter.
Not quite in the glory it was earlier, where it's just sustained Peter's Peter.
And Rachel starts laughing. No, at the situation, not at the Peter.
Not there at the appendage.
Yeah, she's not laughing at Peter. She's sort of just laughing at the situation.
Yeah,
and
fair enough.
And Peter's like, "Hey, could you please stop laughing?" And so she's going to chuckle a little bit more than she stops laughing.
Right, it makes sense.
And she comes up, and they're talking, and then they embrace and they kiss while he's naked. And it's important that this scene is here.
Yes, I agree.
It's important that the scene is here because it's the same scene from the beginning with the opposite outcome.
It is.
It's
yeah, that's true.
This movie, I guess you could say, is bookended with Jason Segel's penis.
Yeah, I think that sounds right. Mm-hmm.
So
it sounds about right.
But yeah, no, it's important that the scene is here because it's just it's the opposite of the scene at the beginning, and so it shows closure to the whole thing.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying.
And yeah. He's breaking up with somebody, or he's getting broken up with in one of them, and then he's getting together with somebody in the other.
Right.
And yeah. So then, they're kissing, and you get the impression that they're gonna stay together for a while.
A while, yeah.
And so then the credits start rolling.
Mm-hmm.
But after the initial credits, we have a mid-credits scene.
That's right, we do.
And it is now Sarah Marshall's new show that she's the star of, Animal Instincts.
This was the craziest.
Where it's basically a clone of Scene of the Crime.
Yeah, right.
But she's an animal psychic. She can communicate with animals.
She communicates with the animals.
And her partner, instead of being Billy Baldwin, is Jason Bateman. So, they're detectives and they're interviewing somebody about a murder, and like, you sure there were no witnesses? It's like, yeah, nobody saw it. And there's a dog.
The dog.
It's like, oh, well, what about the dog? And she looks at the dog and her eyes glow and the dog's eyes glow. And then, like, Animal Instincts coming this fall on NBC. Or on CBS or whatever channel it was.
Of course, whatever it is. It doesn't matter. But yeah. Coming this fall. In a world.
And then Jason Bateman has a one-liner like Billy Baldwin did.
He does.
But I'm trying to remember what it was.
Let me see what I have it here. I don't.
Okay, yeah. Well, anyway, it's great. But then the credits pick up again, and that's the end of the movie.
Just a little brief little interruption, and that's the movie. And they're together. What happens after that? Yeah. They stay together, maybe they don't. Maybe they gotta forget Rachel, or
maybe
forget Peter Brenner.
Maybe. But forgetting Rachel Jansen, the sequel. I don't know.
But no, it's a hilarious movie.
It is. So. I love this movie. It was like, I don't know why.
I was really, so happy to watch it again.
Yeah, we watched it so many times back in the day.
We did.
I don't know why I didn't watch it a whole lot since then.
I'm with you.
I mean, I've seen it a few times since then, but
it's smartly written. Acted. Everyone really rises to the occasion with their roles, whether it be, acting, writing, musically, to make this a really great movie.
Yes, indeed. Everything works together to make. I mean, it's funny. It's got its serious parts, and it's
got some heart.
It's got heart.
It's got some fist fights if you want the little bit of action.
It's got doodle paper being thrown.
It's got funny slang words that you can just adopt for yourself, like doodle paper. It's got
it's got a new version of The Weather Outside is Frightful. Of Let It Snow.
That's right. Oh, the weather outside is weather. It has a Hawaiian version of Nothing Compares to You during the credits.
Yes, it does. Yes, we didn't mention that, but during the credits, it's a Hawaiian version of Nothing Compares to You. It's being played. It's got a Hawaiian version of More Than Words that is played earlier in the movie. It's played at Lazy Joe's.
And did we mention it? Maybe I forgot about this. It even has All the Snow teaching Jack McBrayer to have sex.
Yes, it does.
By using a life-size
the giant chess. Yes, I forgot about that. We didn't even mention that. Yes, it's got all this is trying to help Jack McBrayer. He's trying to help Daryl to be more comfortable in bed with his wife.
He looks at his cock. He's like, "Do you not know how to use this?"
So he's like, they've got the chess pieces from the life-size chess. Which I've played chess on one of those chessboards before.
Yes.
One of those giant chessboards.
So it has everything.
But when I did, we were just playing chess on the board. There were no lessons going on.
Except maybe chess lessons, and no one ever played chess. Not without a snow. No.
But no, I played chess on one of those chessboards at a beachfront hotel when I was in the Philippines.
Gotcha.
But yeah. It was fun. But
yeah, great movie. I don't think I have anything else to say about it.
I don't either. I think we covered it pretty well. Yeah, definitely. If you haven't seen it, it's well worth a watch. It's funny.
Check it out.
It is hilarious, and it's got a little bit of everything.
It does.
Yeah, so if you enjoy what you're hearing, then go ahead and go to our social media. We are on Facebook and Instagram and Threads. It is Rob and Tony's Cinematic Adventure. The and is spelled out, A-N-D. It's not an ampersand like the name of the podcast. We're also on X or Twitter. That is R&T Cinematic. And then we are on Letterboxd. So if you want to go and check out some of our reviews on movies, some we've done on the podcast, some we haven't done, some we will do, some we won't do, go to Letterboxd, and it's Cine Adventure or Cine Adventure, C-I-N-E Adventure. And then also, shoot us an email at Rob and Tony's Cinematic Adventure at gmail.com. Once again, the and is spelled out. It's not an ampersand like the name of the podcast. But what did you think about Forgetting Sarah Marshall? Did you love it? Did you hate it? What are your thoughts on it? Should we do more movies like this? We want to hear from you.
Mm-hmm.
And go to our social media, give us a like and a follow, go to your favorite podcast app, subscribe, give us a good rating, a good review. That's how we move up in the standings and the search and the recommendations, all that stuff, so that we can reach more ears, because we love talking about these movies.
Yes, we do.
We want to share these movies with other movie lovers, with people who, don't mind us rambling about these things. So next time we are getting a little bit closer to Thanksgiving now. And for some reason, to me, nothing. I mean, I'm sure it's a big part of it is because of, movies like Planes, Trains, and Automobiles and Home Alone and stuff like that. But nothing quite says the holidays, quite like John Hughes. So even though Home Alone was directed by Chris Columbus, it was written by John Hughes.
John Hughes wrote it and produced, yes.
Yeah, nothing quite says holidays like John Hughes. So our next movie that we're going to do, as leading into the Thanksgiving season, we are going to be talking about a John Hughes movie.
Yes, we are.
We're going to be talking about The Breakfast Club, one of the more iconic John Hughes movies. I mean, he was an icon of the 80s.
He was, yeah. But, he could point to quite a few, but I would say
The Breakfast Club is one of his most recognizable films.
We've done one of them, so now we're doing another one. So
we're going to be talking about The Breakfast Club, which I'm excited about, because this is one I have seen parts of this movie, but I've never seen it all the way through.
I'll get to it next week. I have seen it all the way through. I've seen parts of it a bunch of times, and I think this would be. I think this is a good one because I think it's one where your experience of it might really just be seeing the parts of it or a bunch of it.
And it's one of those ones that even if you haven't seen it, you know the story because it's been in the cultural zeitgeist since the 80s, since it came out.
It's really entrenched itself within the public consciousness. Yes.
So
there's so much we get into it next week. So yes, it's I'm ready for it because it's a cemented movie, and I think what you said earlier about John Hughes is perfect. So
so join us next time for The Breakfast Club.